I think that Keene State has done some really great work around sexual violence prevention and addressing these issues on our campus. With that said, as part of doing that great work, always open and wanting to do things better. And so, as part of that, it's ensuring that that we collaborate well with other offices.
So for me personally, what does Sexual Assault Awareness Month mean? I think an approach I take is looking at not just talking about violence and statistics all the time, because that gets really heavy and it brings up particularly a lot of triggering things for survivors. So an approach that I like to take to Sexual Assault Awareness Month, to sexual violence prevention broadly, is, what are the skills that people need? What are the conversations people need to have about consent, about boundaries? Those are the things that are really going to be instrumental in preventing sexual violence.
I really do feel that sexual violence is one of the core injustices in our society, in our world. And so to the extent that we can identify and address the underlying assumptions and prejudices and hierarchies that support and perpetuate sexual violence in our society, I think we're making the world a better place on lots of different levels, not just around gender and sexuality, but in many different ways. So I see sexual violence prevention as a way into significant systemic social change, which feels like an important issue to me.
We are currently in the process of applying for, I call it the OVW grant, but it's the Office of Violence Against Women grant, specific to, it gives us like extra funding to improve our violence prevention efforts on campus. And this would be like the second round of us applying for and hopefully receiving that grant. And so, with that, I think that we're always looking for opportunities of, how can we do this work better? But with that, I think that we have, like I said, done some really great work. We have No Zebras, the theater production, as well as some other mandatory training that incoming students are required to complete. Right now, we're currently in the process of completely revamping No Zebras, or we're kind of bringing in something new that is reflective of best practices. So No Zebras has been around for a little over 10 years. And as with everything, we are constantly learning about how to do things better. There's new research out there about how best to deliver violence prevention programming in a theater setting. And so we are taking that and creating something new that really reflects those best practices.